ladies and gentlemen, this is Heinz Gaming coming at you with a Battlefield 3 commentary on the F35. I've gotten a lot of requests to go over the F35, what I think about it, and kind of my analysis of it. So I'm going to take about 5 minutes here with some clips that I accumulated in the last hour, just to kind of talk about it. I didn't want to make these spectacular clips. I wanted to make these relatively average, because I want you guys to see how it handles in an everyday situation kind of thing, not when it's in the hands of a Greek god like myself. So what we're going to be talking about, well, before I get into it, there's no sound in these clips because I absent-mindedly had TeamSpeak on in the last in all these clips, so I don't want you guys to have to hear that. So I muted it, and that's that. So we're going to start off with something really basic here, and that's handling. I think a lot of people have trouble or just don't like this jet because it handles very differently than any jet that we have seen before, whether it's in Battlefield 2 or the Battlefield 3 jets. I say this because when you try and turn, and you'll notice here I'm hovering, when you try and turn going full speed, if you press S, which is the same button that we usually use to decelerate into our turns, if you press S, you will instantly go into hover mode. So you will go from 420 to about 110 in about a second and a half flat. And this is really tough when you're in a dogfight. You'll see here how long it just takes me to even catch up to this guy. This next minute and a half or minute is one dogfight because I'm struggling with that handling aspect of the jet. I have a feeling though, once I start flying this thing regularly, it's not going to be a huge problem. I'm starting to not really use my S key to decelerate anymore. It's not holding the S key like I used to. It's just a small tap and then letting kind of just like gliding the rest of the way. I'm going to do a tutorial, or not a tutorial, just kind of like a tips and tricks video later on this week, just so you guys can kind of see how I fly with this jet. But yeah, so a big issue that I don't really have personally, but a lot of people do have, is the handling. Number 2, the firepower. This jet rapes. I think it has 2 cannons. You can see 2 streams of bullets shooting out, and it will tear apart a jet and a helicopter faster than a normal jet would. I have not tried it on ground. Actually, I have. That's a lie. And while it seems more powerful and like a very viable way to kill ground vehicles, I wouldn't recommend it purely because the jet is so weak. What I mean by this is your jet, the F35, goes down way faster than a normal jet would. That's what I've noticed. So keep that in mind. However, if you are feeling lucky, you can really take advantage of the hover mechanic and take out infantry with this jet. I've done it. The only reason I don't have more clips of it in here is because, well, I get 1 kill and then I get shot by a stinger or something gay like that. So it's not really worth it to put those clips in. But right there I got 2 kills, pretty easy, not a big deal, and it was fun. So the hover mechanic is awesome. The handling needs a little bit of an improvement. The firepower is good. The armor is very weak, but I think that's a good kind of trade-off between the firepower and the armor. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the maneuverability. As you see here, the jet is fairly maneuverable. It's about the same speed as the other jets. It is, however, I feel that it's more responsive. When you're going at about 310 is the good airspeed for most jets. I feel it's more responsive in that area, but it's also harder to stay in that speed area because of the hover mechanic. So yeah, I find it's pretty nimble, and I am going to try and do some stunt videos without crashing. But I want you guys to watch this. So I was going to do a little stunt video for you guys on Wake Island to end the video, and I passed that bridge fine. But check this part out. I'm just gonna shut up here and just, well, actually there's no sound, so there's no need to shut up. Well, I hit those trees. That was weird. And then I try and go into this bridge and check out what happens. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was fucked, but I wasn't. So, kind of a weird glitch, but whatever. So anyway, this is Heinz Gaming, and I'm signing off.